The planet is getting greener thanks to the moss growing everywhere, but that's not enough. So the next step is getting plants and then trees. After completely rebuilding my base, I'm ready to explore more of the planet and unlock some cool new items. So here we go, we are at 240 million terraformation points right now, and I figured out the problem with this, why it wasn't growing any flowers. It's because you need to place a seed right here, so I did, and now it does spread flowers, so I want to get more of these. So that's basically way better than these vegetubes, and I do have some really good plants, like the golden seed that's 600% oxygen. I might want to put that into a tier 2 plant grower. We've also got a bunch of materials from this ore extractor. I might want to get a second one, but I'll try to put it in a different biome, and then you won't believe what I found. It's a different cave biome, and I don't think all the caves on this planet are connected. I honestly think they're like separate little things. I didn't explore it yet, I just saw the entrance, I saw it was really cool, and I backed out so that we could see it on video. Look at how much algae we've got, and we are growing a lot more. I'm just not going to collect everything because it's just way too much. So then we've got the eggplants too, and we just need some sulfur. So there's the fertilizer. We've got 2 fertilizers. There we go. So we've got 2 super alloys. And now let's get out here, and I'll pick a spot like in front of the biodome, like right here, for the tier 2 flower spreader. Oh, this has a bigger area, I think. So let's do it like that. And then we'll take this seed and we'll use it on here. Now take a look at the oxygen production. That is insane. We are also getting 43 grams of plants per second and 1950 oxygen per second. That's because we've got a 600% increase. And one of these vegetubes is just doing like 50 oxygen. So I think I'll just deconstruct all of them because they aren't worth it anymore. And I'll eventually just do a bunch more flower spreaders, but right now I want to show you that really cool cave area. So here we are, this is that biome with all the cool resources, and I already see some osmium on the ground. I'm gonna collect everything because it respawns periodically. But you might remember this other little base that I built here. We've got a bigger one over on that side. They are both green because they're in the same biome basically. And I think it's right down in this side. Yes, it is. Take a look at this. We've got some giant mushrooms here, and this is how far I've been, so anything past this point is new to me. But look at how deep this goes. That's so cool. Oh, we've got a river. We've got a pink river. This looks like the chemicals in Scrap Mechanic. I don't know why, but it reminds me of that. And it also looks like some kind of energy drink in here. We've got some things, but these are wood. Looks like ancient things from this planet. Warden's altar. That looks like a fusion thing. Am I on an episode of Ancient Aliens? It also looks like this would open up somehow. Maybe when I place this in the altar. There has to be something interesting behind that door. Read message. This underground cave is a blessing for us wardens. It has a lot of resources and is underground, allowing us to stay hidden from outer space. This planet has been chosen really carefully, and now I understand why. I can't wait to start building our settlement and fulfilling our destiny. A warden, and we don't know the year, but this was definitely sometime in the past. But it doesn't sound like they were from here, it sounds like they came from a different planet. And there's some ice here that's not melted yet. That's gonna be at 200 million. Don't we already have 200 million? I'm a bit confused. We have 250 million, and this says that it melts at 200 million. Usually those refer to heat, not terraformation, so maybe that's what it should be, 200 million heat. And I hope I can still find the exit because I'm kind of running out of oxygen, but there's a lot more to explore in this cave. Look at how beautiful this biome is. It gets night when you're in here, and you can see the moon over there, or what I think is the moon. And it just looks so nice. Now let's get in to get some more oxygen, and then I'll also need a little bit of food, and then it's back to the caves. It doesn't look like there are any new resources, at least from what I see. It's just kind of the basic ones, but these are some really big caves. I've never been in a cave this big in this game, but yeah, resources seem to just be normal. I'm really curious what happens if I place a lake water collector on this pink stuff. Will that still take it as water and just collect the water? Or will it give me something else? Maybe that's a new material. So for the water collector we need 3 bioplastic nuggets. That means I need to get crafting because those take some food. But then I might also want to get another ore extractor, so I'll look for more osmium before heading to the other base. You won't believe what I found yet again, but I did find a different cave and it has osmium in it. I also didn't go into this one, I just saw the entrance, but I gathered a bunch more aluminum, osmium and other things from the ground here, and then I wanted to leave, but then I found this thing which I haven't seen before, and I think I saw osmium in here, so we can get that. And there's also a bunch of iridium, that's really good, and also sulfur. So I'll just gather any cool materials that I find, but this has a bunch of osmium, Oh, and look at that. We actually really need that bioplastic for crafting. So we got lucky here with all of these. But there's a bunch of things here. Bunch of osmium and also iridium. I'll take as much osmium as I can, because I can get iridium from other areas as well. So I think we will be able to use some sort of ore extractor and get osmium from here. At least I hope that's how it works. Oh, but there's more on this side. Okay, there's more osmium. So I'll be back for that. I'm really running out of oxygen right now. We should also be unlocking something new any minute now. And I'm running out of food, which isn't ideal for survival, you know. So I'm back at the base and the flowers are spreading. We've got two different flower types right here, and these are the golden ones with a bunch of oxygen. I think they look really cool too. Now let's go ahead and drop everything from the inventory. Whoa, I have so many things in here, but I'm pretty sure I'll need some other storages because these are not gonna keep up with everything. Oh, and we just unlocked the tier 4 heater. I'm really curious to see what we need for that. Maybe we'll use some of the new materials like the obsidian, which we've never used for anything. So now we have all we need for the lake water collector. Let's see what we need for the tier 4 heater. Explosive powder, 2 iridium rods and 3 super alloy. That actually sounds very doable. Let's see how much energy it takes. 51. Do we have 51 available? Oh yeah, we do have 200 available, so that's great. We are at 290 million terraformation points and 18% of the way to the Flora stage. We need to get to 700 million. And if you take a look here, we also have 6 tons of plants. And I can't wait to get to insects and animals. I do have enough materials to get another tier 2 flower spreader. I actually need 2 more water. I forgot about that. And I should also have enough materials for the tier 4 heater. So let's do a flower spreader right here, right in front of our light power section. There it is. And then we need some cool seeds. What's this? Plus 400. Yeah, so I'll take one of these and we can deconstruct that. We no longer need vegetubes. So we should have 3 different flower types. These are gonna be white, that's the Tasca seeds. We've got red and blue, and just some grass in the middle. This is a grass grower, this cannot grow any sort of plants. And then I can craft the tier 4 heater, which is absolutely huge. This is bigger than a tier 2 nuclear reactor, which is already very big. So let's get it right here next to the vehicle bay. And this produces more than 500 heat and 35 pressure. And I don't think it takes that much energy, to be honest. So I just reached this other base right here, and we should have enough iridium now. I just need 1 more. We can get the iridium rod. So now I have all the materials to build a tier 4 heater, but I don't really want to build it here. So I'll keep all the materials and I'll build it back at the other base. We also have a 450% oxygen multiplier plant. I'll try to put that in a flower spreader. So I guess if I had a bunch of heaters with this thing in the middle, I could throw in that fuse and it would basically make them produce 5 times the heat. So that would be kind of overpowered, to be honest. I want to try that. But now it's time to test my water collector theory and see if we actually get a new material from here. So I'll just be on this side and let's place it. Now what does this do? Oh, it still collects water. So it just doesn't know that this is like pink. That was to be expected, honestly, but I still want to drink water from these caves, so I'll wait around until that produces 1 water. So here we go, we've got our first water from here. So I'll drink it and see if anything weird happens. Let's actually do that right now. Yeah, no, it's just normal water. So my experiment didn't really get any results, but it is what it is. And right now I want to explore more of the volcano area. In the meantime, we also reached 300 million terraformation, so that's extremely good. There's a bunch of iridium everywhere. Oh, that's lava flowing. Okay, that's ominous. Can I get through here with the rover? I mean, almost, but yeah, let's just keep pushing it. Okay. Oh, we are jumping. We are jumping now. That's new, but this biome is huge and I haven't really explored it. And I think these are obsidian rocks, so I'm not sure how everything works. There's obsidian on the ground too. I'll take some of it, but until now I haven't found an item that uses obsidian. Oh, and there's a chest here. Let's see what we get. Aluminum and zeolite, that's really good. But look at how much obsidian there is everywhere. It doesn't look like it's rare at all. So I should have enough materials for a bunch of things. I just need some more explosive powder, and now we can get to work. So first I want a tier 2 nuclear reactor. So we can build another one of these, and I'll put it right next to the first two. Now we've got 3 of these, and each one produces 331 kilowatts. So if we take a look at the total power in the base, we are producing more than 1500 kilowatts, and we are only using 1100. But then I also want to have some more of these huge heaters, and I think I need to move them to have a little bit more space. I also have enough materials for one of these, the machine optimizer, and you can see how huge this area is. What if I could do it here so it could catch these ones as well? It has multiple circles, so does it work better the closer it is? Drill. Let's do it then next to this tier 4 drill. And then I can get the heaters really close in here. So that's one. And then I have enough for another one. So we've got 2 heaters, so I need to put a fuse in there. Now I placed it next to some heat producing items because I knew I had a heat multiplier fuse. I think I also have, yeah, this is the heat multiplier. I think I also have an oxygen multiplier fuse, but I can only put 1 fuse in one of those machines. Oh, and I have 2 heat multiplier fuses. Each one is 500%. So then don't I have an oxygen one? Either way, we can build more of these machine optimizers and place them next to some flower spreaders or tree spreaders, which we're gonna have in a bit. So let's do the heat multiplier here, and it kind of shows which ones are affected. But with a 500 increase, each one of these heaters produces 2600 heat. That's a huge increase to have. And I wonder if they stack, because I have another fuse, so maybe I can place another machine optimizer right next to it. So then how does it stack? Does it go 1000%? Because I don't think it would do 500 on top of the already 500, because that would be 2500%, and that would be way too easy. We also reached 400 million transformation points, and at 550 will unlock the orbital information, and we are still pretty far away from the tree spreaders. Oh, look at this. And then we'll unlock a water life collector, and it collects phytoplankton and fish eggs depending on its location. But look at how fast the heat is moving up. The oxygen moves pretty slow, the pressure too, but all the transformation points are basically coming from the heat because of what we did there with the optimizer. And that means it's not gonna be long until we unlock the nuclear fusion generator, and that should be a lot of power. And then we'll reach the tier 2 machine optimizer. So everything sounds really cool, but I just saw how slow the oxygen and the pressure move, so I guess I need to build some more of those. I have the materials for another tier 4 drill, so I'll go ahead and do this right here next to the machine optimizer so that we get some extra heat. I wish I had something for extra pressure too, but I don't. So here it is. This should be in the green area here. Oh, actually it's not. It's not close enough. Maybe I can bring it in the back. So let's do it like that. And now it should be green, hopefully. Yes, it is. So that's gonna produce 500% the heat, but also the pressure, which is what we really need. I need to check on my power levels. Yeah, we still have more than 200 available. And of the 1500 kilowatts I'm producing, almost 1000 is produced by just the tier 2 nuclear reactors. And I guess I'll also build some more oxygen producing items to get that number up. So here we go. I was all around the planet looking for these, but I finally have everything I need for another tier 2 nuclear reactor. So I'll just place it like over here. I also deconstructed some more wind turbines and solar panels, and I reconstructed them here. Oh, and we got the orbital information screen. We are already at 550 million. So that's what we need for that screen. Compass, osmium, silicon. Okay, that's easy. So we can have it like that. And then this we can put on the desk there. That's great. And we can have the screen right on this side. There we go. Now we can see the orbital information of the planet. Okay, and they do stack. Finally, I found out that the rockets stack, so I need to send some more of them then. So information rockets, we've got the tier 1 and tier 2 GPS. This is the planetary view. It's getting a lot greener, as you can see. And then I sent 5 asteroid attraction rockets because I needed a bunch of uranium, and this basically gives you uranium. And that gives me a 5000% heat multiplier. So I guess that's also why the heat is going up so fast. Rocket multipliers accumulate. Send multiple rockets to speed up your terraformation process. I will send more, and I will also send more plant rockets because I want to get the biomass up and have more plants. That should unlock some pretty good things that we can see over on this side. So as I get my biomass up and the plants up, I will start unlocking some cool things. One item that I really want to see is the beehive. I just want to know how it works and I really want to have bees. And then we'll get a butterfly dome too. So all of these just sound amazing. We'll get butterfly larvae and a bunch of things. And then also the tier 2 food grower. That's also a very important one that grows food faster. We got to 600 million now. So it's just a matter of time until we reach the Flora stage. And it looks like it's raining heavily. If my base actually becomes underwater, I can just move all the items to a different spot. And it will take a while, but still, it's alright. So here it is, the plant rocket needs tree bark and lirma seed. The lirma seeds are a problem. I don't know how to get more lirma seeds, and I think I only have like one extra. I hope I do. So here it goes, we've got a fertilizer, and that should be all the materials we need for another plant rocket. So let's go ahead and build that. Oh, and what did we unlock? Seed spreader rocket. Oh, that's a new rocket. And the seed spreader gives an oxygen multiplier. For that we need bacteria, mutagens, and all sorts of stuff. So we will do that next, but first let's send the plant rocket, so I need another jet engine. And we are getting really close to our goal. It's at 91% and we'll get to the Flora stage. I'm really excited for that. The thing is, I can't build a rocket engine because I'm missing the iridium rod. So I'll have to go ahead and look for some extra iridium if I want to get that. And I think I should build the recycling machine. I unlocked this a while ago and I just never did it. And I just really like that we now have this screen right here. I feel like that's really helpful. So let's go ahead and build the recycling machine. Oh, this is pretty big. I guess we can have it underneath the screens here, and I can just put things in here and it recycles them. I'm not sure how that works, but we'll see. And since when do we have zeolite here? This must be another fallen asteroid, because zeolite doesn't appear in this biome, at least it didn't until now. The planet is definitely changing, biomes are changing, and not only the natural part of them, but also what they have. And I got the DNA manipulator now. Oh, we are at 700 million, that's great. We got to 700 million, that means we officially reached the Flora stage. And now the next one that we need to work towards is the tree stage. I can't wait to have trees on the planet, and not just like that inside of a biodome, but outside and have actual forests and stuff. So let's see what the DNA manipulator is. I should have enough to build this. Manipulates DNA to create new genes. I'm guessing it doesn't manipulate our genes, but it probably manipulates like some flora and stuff. So I guess we need another explosive powder. And then we should have enough for the DNA manipulator. Since this works with genes and stuff, I think I should have it upstairs, because here's the biolab and everything else. So we've got two screens, DNA manipulator and DNA recipes. We've got 3 different tree seeds. So that's how we start getting into tree growing. And then the DNA manipulator, so I can research. Let's try it with this one. This is the 400% oxygen multiplier one. And if we research it, no match. Okay, so I guess maybe that's not how it works. Super alloy rod. Okay, that's something new. We are already at 750 million and this is going so fast. I think this should be crafted through here. So super alloy rod, that's 8 super alloy and 1 aluminum. We can get one of those, but I don't know what they are used for. I don't have any recipe that uses those. But let's also just gather all the food. And I feel like our little base here is growing quite a bit. We also have a recycling machine now, so we can recycle things. I wonder what happens. Let's take a seed that we don't really need, and I put it in there, and now I recycle it. It just gave me the seed. So I guess the seeds are not recyclable. I'm building a random chip, just a construction microchip. And now if I place it here, will it give my materials back? Oh yeah, it does, and it just throws them out there. Okay, so it's like a deconstruct tool, but for small items, because you can't use the deconstruct on items that are in your inventory. You can only use it on bigger items. So now we have that for every sort of item. I think that's really great. We are already almost 6% of the way to trees. And I think for the trees stage, we'll need 2 giga terraformation points. Right now we have almost 800 mega terraformation points, so that would be like 2 billion I think we need to get. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of that, and you can watch this video next. I've been Games for Life, and I'll see you next time. Bye!